As Teresa LaRue walks the halls of the pediatric unit of UCLA's Mattel Children's Hospital, a flood of emotions and memories grip her. Visiting gravely ill children has been a mission for the mother of three because at one time, Teresa was a mother of four.
Layne was our third-born son, a beautiful little boy, very happy, very vivacious, very easygoing, just the light of our life.
By all appearances, Layne Ronald LaRue was a healthy toddler, the third child that lit up the world of Teresa and her firefighter husband, Scott. Their lives were even more blessed with the arrival of their fourth son, when a month later, Layne caught a cold that wouldn't go away. When Layne didn't respond to the antibiotics, blood tests were immediately done. Like any good parents, the LaRues took those results and sought the best medical care possible at UCLA. A week after that, the most devastating fear for any parent, Layne was gone.
We were completely broken. We just couldn't understand how our completely healthy child could be taken away from us.
Months after Layne's death, the LaRues found out what caused their baby boy to die. What they thought was a simple case of mononucleosis was actually a severe yet rare medical disorder causing 1 in 100,000 babies to suffer. But what the LaRues found out next shook them to the core.
Layne's immune system was compromised. The disease that he carried made his body unable to fight viruses, illnesses, and eventually these children die at a very early age.
It's X-linked lymphoproliferative disease, or XLP. XLP is a disease of children in which their immune systems do not function, and therefore they can get diseases or infections that can be fatal.
The doctors continued to call us and ask that the other boys be tested. They said what they thought Layne passed away from could potentially, the boys could also be a carrier.
The immune disorder that took Teresa's baby was now threatening the lives of their then 3-year-old son Garrett and infant son Blake. Without treatment, the immune systems of their two sons would shut down, like it did with Layne.
So when we went in for blood work, we knew immediately that there was something also wrong with their bodies, and a few weeks later the doctor said they also needed a bone marrow transplant. We did put the boys through the National Registry, and at the time we didn't find a perfect match for the boys, for either of the boys, and we needed to find 2 separate matches for both boys. The doctors were also telling us about a cord blood option, and these are the stem cells that are left over in umbilical cord blood, and that they can be used to give them a new immune system. So we decided to test the boys to see if we could find a match, and we were able to find a match for both boys.
The boys both received transplants of a different kind, transfusing blood from the umbilical cords of newborns. The stem cells harvested from the umbilical cord could rebuild Garrett and Blake's immune system. It was a new life giving new life, but there were risks.
We looked into the cord blood option. We heard about cord blood stem cells. They were having some success with treating children with similar disorders, and we thought that it would be a viable option for the boys. And we knew that if they didn't get the opportunity, didn't get the chance, and if it didn't work, it would be fatal for them.
After each of the boys received a transplant, one that required a 2-year stint in the hospital and one that went much smoother, Garrett and Blake were saved.
I think for my husband and I to help us realize Layne and what his life meant, we just knew early on that getting the diagnosis from Layne, that he was able to save his brothers' lives and get them treatment and get them help. So he truly is our hero.
The life-threatening experience the LaRues went through not just once, twice, but 3 times set Teresa on a mission that she continues to this day, knowing firsthand the difficulty families face when a child is gravely ill. Teresa started a foundation that assists parents and families of children with immune deficiency diseases. She named it after the family hero, Layne's Legacy.
Layne's Legacy is a tremendous support to our patients and families, and it provides them with basic necessities and daily care kinds of things, and it really helps our patients and families who have to be here in the hospital long term, makes their lives much easier.
Since the hospital was so far away from everyone was having to drive, at least 1-2 hours to see me, and they wanted to visit me in the hospital, and so it was a challenge driving back and forth. So we found out that Layne's Legacy would want to help us out. Layne's Legacy has really helped out a lot, and I feel very blessed to know them and for everything that they've done.
If it was the Christmas visits and bringing blankets for the children that they're dealing with the cancer, and it was really impressive that she dedicated a big part and big time from her family and giving back to the people that she had once felt the need and had experienced the gap, and she's really trying to touch people's heart and the patients and the nurses, and it's wonderful to see that.
With funds raised by caring donors like yourselves, Layne's Legacy is able to help families during the most difficult time of their lives. Banking core blood transplants, transportation to hospitals, accommodations so that the parents can be near their ill child, spearheading bone marrow and blood drives, gas cards, food. Just reading to a child who must be in a hospital, Layne's Legacy is there to help families with gravely ill children.
I started Layne's Legacy to honor Layne. It was a way to help other children. We knew that his life saved his brother's life, and we just believed his mission lived on. So we started helping families going through transplant, long-term illness, but now our mission has expanded, and we just truly believe Layne would have liked that.
If Layne was still here, I'd just like to just play with him and talk to him and stuff.
I tell Layne that I love him, and he saved Garrett and Blake, and he's saving all these other people, and it's just, he did a good thing.
Well, I really want to play with him, and I wish he can be like in all my movies, and I just wish he was here right now.
For more information on how you can help, log on to laneslegacy.org.